So if you're like me and you love locker codes in my team, then like the video right now because 2K is actually giving us another locker code, and let me know down below in the comments, what do you want this next locker code to be? Because at the moment, the current one that 2K gave us was for a free invincible, a free 100 overall player, and of course a pink diamond WNBA coach. And of course with this event, it could literally be anything. And so we're going to be covering a couple updates in this video. I just want to know what you guys want to get for the locker codes, and let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Let me pull it up right here so you guys can see, and bada beam, bada boom, where did it go? I lost it, and there it is. So we are getting a new locker code. It is going to be the Summer League Finals, and so I'm curious to see what 2K is going to give us. Now we got a couple more updates that I got to cover, but obviously we got to get started with our favorite thing, locker codes in my team. So it is going to be available tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, so that's actually going to be 7 p.m. Pacific time. It is going to be on ESPN, and of course you do have to tune in for the exclusive locker code. Now if the locker code does last more than like an hour or whatever, I will be making a video on it, so don't worry about that. But if you do just want to get it in case it is, you know, limited or whatever, then this is everything you need to know. And I was actually looking up the Summer League, and I was looking for my Lakers, and I'm like, yo, Bronny was doing pretty good. You know, I was watching a little bit of a Cooper Flag, and what the heck, we're 26th. What the, come on, Lakers. Like, I know it's the Summer League, but like, that's embarrassing, bro. 1-4. Let me know what your team, you know, what team are you repping this upcoming season? Because the Raptors apparently are the best team. Same with like the Thunder, the Hornets, and then so on. I'm not sure exactly how the you know, method works, or not the method, but like the brackets. Like, I don't know who the heck's even in the finals. I don't know what teams are gonna compete. So when it comes to what locker code we're gonna get, I have no idea. It could be like a 100. It could be an invincible. The good thing is it's not going to be a WNBA coach because it is for the Summer League. And so, you know, it could literally be anything, right? So that's why I want to know what you guys want to see, just because, again, recently we had a free invincible locker code. And 2K tends to go backwards. And so it could just be like a 100 overall. It could be, actually, it might be like a GOATS piece, which I'm hoping it's not because, you know, they already are giving us, you know, those rewards and stuff like that. So when it comes to that one, it could literally be anything. And I feel like at this point, with how many invincible cards there are and stuff like that, I just feel like it would make sense, right? You guys can see my collection of invincibles. I'm just hoping that it's a random one. I feel like 2K is definitely like, we're due for just a random free invincible locker code. And I'm assuming probably by the end of the year, especially since this Summer League is, you know, the whole 2K26 Summer League. They're kind of like, you know, getting people on their good side so that you buy 2K26, right? They want people to buy it. And so just let me know what you think about that locker code. Obviously, that is going to be one of the updates. And let's keep it moving and pushing because we got ourselves another update. And so the next one is going to be through Triple Threat Park. And so let's pull up right here into the Triple Threat Park cheese. This is coming back in 2K26. Some people have been asking me if it's going to be the same thing. 2K already revealed. I covered it in one of the previous videos. They, you know, announced 2v2s and stuff like that. And so we got ourselves a new updates when it comes to the Triple Threat Park. And now this is also going to be, you know, coming up. You see they're already advertising the locker code straight ahead as well. It is going to be for the Summer League Finals again. And so you can see at the moment, nothing crazy. Still the typical trash, 97 Galaxy Opal, whatever. Goats Festival event card, whatever. And then a 92. And that thing has just been haunting us like all freaking year, bro. It's so annoying, my goodness. And so when it comes to these rewards, obviously these are the current ones. However, though, 2K just tweeted out that we're getting some new rewards. And you can see right here, what a surprise. I know, nobody was expecting this, right? Another GOATS piece, another 99 plus overall, which 2K, like at this point, that should be at the bare minimum a 100 overall. I'm not sure why they do 99. I have seen more people get 100s out of these packs, though, versus Dark Matters. And so, you know, the chances of getting the plus is actually, you know, somewhat better than typical, right? And then we do have a regular Conquerors pack, which of course does contain the new players that 2K released. And I'm kind of hoping that it's not a deluxe pack for the locker code, because I would be very upset. You know what I mean? Even though knowing 2K, it might be. Like, they might just straight up just be like, hey, you know, a new set of Conquerors. Here's a deluxe pack for the Summer League Finals, which I would be very upset. I think at the bare minimum, it's got to be a 100 overall option pack, right? I think that would make the most sense in my opinion. But again, I'm not the one that makes locker codes. I'm just here to let you guys know the news, you know, the updates and stuff like that, and bring you all sorts of videos on the channel. So when it comes to this, you know, at the moment with this reward, you know, the new ones, of course, you do get a random player. So this could be any player in the game. It could be a Conqueror, it could just be a Series 1 player, it could be a Gems of the Game, stuff like that. And then with this one, at least it is a 99 or higher, so you're guaranteed either Jeremy, Joe Green, Poku, and that's about it. It's just 3 dark matter. So, you know, the odds of getting a plus should be somewhat decent, but most likely you'll see a 99, which these cards don't really have much value. So that's why I'm saying I'm not sure why it's still a 99, but it is. And then, of course, you know, the GOATS piece, which you can use towards the players that 2K has during the festival. And they have some good ones. You guys know I did cover, you know, the best rewards, obviously, in the previous ones. They added them, but with that GOAT piece, you can definitely use them on the Kevin McHale. You can use it on the Tyronn Lue. You can use it on the option pack. You know, the choice is yours. I still think that at this point, it should really just be more than one GOATS piece, especially since, you know, you know, some of these cards like Bobo is what, 60 pieces versus, you know, Ty Lue only being 5, the little fella, you know, right here, 6 foot. Let me know if you guys are going after him. I told everybody to get the Invincible, but obviously if you want to go card it, you know, you can definitely get the Ty Lue. So I'm very curious to see where you guys are at when it comes to the events. Like, are you going after a certain player? Are you trying to go into, you know, maybe potentially just grinding out maybe Derrick Rose? Like, everybody's different, right? Like, some people are fans of D Rose, so they might want to grind it out. It takes a lot of games to get Derrick Rose. The easiest, you know, GOATs is gonna be Ty Lue, and then of course Kevin McHale, which I 100% like. You know, you get him. I think he's the best option in my opinion. You can still go after the 100 overall option pack as well. The choice is yours, obviously. But with that extra GOAT piece, that is one that you can earn. Even though at the same time, though, if you can't win 5 games in a row, which I feel like at this point everybody kind of has a method. So if you have your friends, if you're cheesing, you know, they got the crossplay cheese, they got the you know, the friend cheese, a lot of type of cheese, right? So you should be able to get 5 wins fairly easily. But if you can't, then don't worry, like, you don't have to do that, even though you do get some pieces after every triple threat park win. But if you can't win, or you don't want to play triple threat park, or you don't have triple threat park access, you can just go into breakouts. You know, it does basically equal 30 triple threat offline games. You know, it's the same thing as winning 5 games in a row in the park, but you're just not getting the 99 or higher and then the Conqueror's pack. So just keep that in mind. So if you don't want to play Triple Threat Park, or you're on old gen, or you're on mobile only, because I have seen a lot of mobile only users, especially in the last video I uploaded. Some people were like, oh, I'm only on mobile, and try to get on the console. I mean, you know, like, I feel like playing mobile only my team, I don't think is that fun, but to each their own, I suppose. And so that is just going to be the equivalent of the park streak. So even if you can't do the park streak, it's just going to be triple threat offline, 30 triple threat offline games. I say only, like, you know, but it is only 30. Like, it's not that crazy. Those games are super easy, especially if you go into rookie breakouts. That's going to be the best method. And then, of course, with the locker code, hopefully it's not a deluxe pack. Hopefully it's not a GOATS piece. Hopefully it's a 100 or higher. I hope it's an Invincible. Obviously, that's left to be seen. But, you know, all this is happening tomorrow, guys. So, obviously, keep an eye out. This will be in the morning at 8 a.m. And then, of course, the locker code will be available at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be sure to upload the locker code as soon as it drops. And so, stay tuned for more. In the meantime, check out the craziest pack opening as well as the free VC. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.